Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chibowski in the second week of this season. I'm fighting a bit of a stronger group this time than the first week, which wasn't too much to show for. My first opponent is Bar Sukas from the guild Infinite Darkness. We'll see if it's actually infinite or actually kinda limited. 877k lifetime, so probably the highest or like the closest to me I've faced in a while. He has the JMK, as you can see over there, but without Kiadimundi, and in general has 4 Galactic Legends, no Ray, and also no Ultimate on Jedi Master Luke, like myself. Now, while it looks like a really interesting opponent, stat-wise, with that high lifetime, I looked at his history and was actually a bit disappointed because he tends to just keep absolutely everything for offense and plays efficiency matches. So that makes it a bit less interesting in general to go up against. And yeah, what do you do against an opponent like that? You give him a good defense to fight, of course. So that's what I did. He hasn't attacked yet, and I would bet a body part that he's gonna wait until I've attacked, because I've set a pretty hefty defense for him. So I set Rey and SLK here in the front with General Skywalker, and up here I've got JML, together with Night Sisters and some somewhat weaker teams. Now I've switched out Nest in this case away from Maul, because Maul is just irritating enough in general, but doesn't necessarily cause teams to fail. Whereas the Finn team is typically an easy walkover, but by adding Nest in there it cuts out some of the obvious counters, or at least makes those a bit more difficult to get good banners with. So made a small change there. And based on that, you would think, oh yeah, that's a pretty decent front wall, but then the back wall also still has Darth Revan and JMK, together with some weird Karth team where I figured in the end I should have actually set Traya. I don't need to save Traya in the event that he sets Rey on defense, because he does not have Rey. So there was a minor mistake on my end, but it's probably weird enough of a team to maybe still drop a banner or two in trying to take it down. So I've got 4 Galactic Legends on defense, and when scouting he probably noticed I've usually set 1 over the past week. So the assumption that I'm gonna set 1 on defense and him going extra hard on offense, and then actually there are 4 on defense and I keep 1 for offense. So that's the kind of fun stuff you can do by setting a precedent in your history where you make people assume that you play in a certain style. And then when you have someone like this that's always gonna go pretty offense heavy, you can really catch them off guard. Now he also made some defensive changes by adding General Skywalker to his defense and Rey Jedi training, but he might still have weak teams in the back, or he might have hidden a Galactic Legend of his own. That's the other possibility, considering how many I tend to keep for offense. He might have said, well, I'm gonna put one in the back and try to be clever about that. So entirely possible that I'm gonna run into some trouble there. He took over Nest under Maul from me, because he historically only set Wampa there. And I guess I put the Wampa there to sort of do the thing he typically did. It's not really a great team that way, because Wampa's counter chance is a lot lower and doesn't stack any kind of stats. But yeah, you know, you need to put someone there, and this seemed like a okay option. The new team there with Gear 13, he has a lot of those, by the way, a lot of random Gear 13s. Doesn't have Rey, but he has the whole Resistance faction at Gear 13, for example. So he's definitely got a good bunch there. And then down here, the big question is this set here to lure out my strongest teams and then catch me off guard with a Galactic Legend in the back? Or is it just, this is the strongest zone there is? And the remarkable thing here is Malak missing from the Darth Revan team. So that has me wondering, did he set an SEE team with Malak in the back to try to stop troopers, even though Malak does not stop troopers, but maybe he somehow thinks it does? Or did he keep Malak for offense to try to outbanner me and get a good banner count against a weaker team? That one I think is more likely. What he's also done is switch out Droidica for Newt. He typically sets Grievous Newt, but since my Night Sisters are not used on offense as much, I think he made a switch there. And then General Skywalker he never really set on defense. In this case, he saved them there. So I'm gonna get started against that, and it's actually quite well modded. So I don't want to use my SEE here, not because of the modding, but I need to make sure I get through this guy. And if he has a Galactic Legend in the back, then SEE is my only hope. So I'm going to use CLS here, but I actually don't give it a super high chance of winning, which would be a problem if I fail, but yeah, the stats are pretty good. Like the gas is pretty well modded, the 5s is well modded, the Rex is very fast, so they've got everything they need to try to drop some characters here, or at least force me into a cleanup. So we'll see how it goes. Alright. Yeah, pretty tanky General Skywalker already, as you can see. Always annoying when they go for C-3PO because you don't counter as much. And then gas doesn't go down here just yet. Okay, nice, got him. Now go for the right 5s, not the wrong 5s. And you can see here again, like he's got a lot of defense. And instead of now being able to call the group attack on Rex, I have to do this. And actually he still doesn't go down, but what I do like to do here is use the AoE, because it's not going to kill any of the other clones and it'll still strip their protection. AoE here. But I think gas is going to stand back up before I get everyone down. Nope, okay, I got it. I still got the days on 3PO, but shouldn't be a problem here. Alright, 55 is ugly, but got it done in one go. And he will have to do the same on mine. Alright, next up we do the Darth Revan team. I guess I'll be using troopers there. I could also use Vader, but then I spend Watt as well. I could also do Vader without Watt. But I figured I'm not a big fan of that because I have to use some really good tanks there and I can't really split my teams as well in this case. But the the Revan's very squishy. So I could probably get it done without Watt in that sense. It's just that I burned through some of my options in doing so. So I figured I'll just use my troopers. The only team that would be really great against if he had it in the back would be SEE, but then I have my own SEE, and if he has SEE and another Galactic Legend in the back, then he's not going to clear me either. So I'm not too concerned there. So we use Veers, Stark, Piet, Dark, and Death. So we start by marking Dark. We use the buffs. Pretty awkward here without Malak in there. Just gonna skip a turn here so I can clear that taunt first. Then do a group attack on, let's just do it on HK. Might as well just take him out. Marauder's gonna take a turn at some point. But we'll kill Bastilla Fallen before then. And I could actually... I could use the AoE or I could save it. I think I'll save it. Okay, let's see if I can already pick off Darth Revan or if he's gonna equalize, but let's just try. Usually it kills, and this was a squishy one, so he's definitely dead. I can death mark him. A bit lame that he went for this guy here. Stark is his name, by the way, if I remember. So it's gonna be a 59, but that's fine. And then we can go for Grievous with Droideka there. Then I have to basically cut out my SLK counter option here, probably. So in the event that he has that in the back, I would have to use SE with armor, which I have not had great experiences with in the past. But who knows, maybe today's different. So pretty much just use the typical SLK counter here, but with Bastilla lead rather than JKR lead, so that you have a better chance of ending with good banners. So I can start by swapping to JKL, stun all of these, and then immediately start going after B2. With then also a direct focus in a moment potentially, but I didn't need it in this case, which is nicer because then I can just spend it on Grievous. So I get done even quicker. Of course he drops the stealth as a result of going under max health, but I think I'll be able to kill him before it gets to that point. At some point Droideka will roll into a ball. Normally seen I should be able to revisit him before he manages to get a big shot off. I can taunt with Old Ben probably, in the event that he still gets to go, but I don't think so. There we go, one big whack and he's done. What's also nice is going for Magna while he's still stunned, but you wouldn't be able to work through all the protection up in this case. So it's better for me to get B1 down first. The quicker the better. And then Magna, even with all of his countering, shouldn't be able to do much here. I think they weren't that great modded, to be honest, because the B2 also just went down like it was paper. Alright, let's see what he has in the back. I'm quite curious if he dared to go heavier. He almost never sets any Galactic Legends on defense, mind you. We've got a Padme here and a Hux. And Geo, so pretty much as expected. Alright, let's get moving on the Mon Mothma team. I figured I'd kind of start at the bottom of the food chain here, because I want to see if they're able to take it out. It should be possible, I've done it before, but I never really know, so it's nice to make sure that if this one fails I can shift some teams around and still make it work, because I have one good backup team that I probably won't end up using. So this is the one I want to try to take out first. Obvious first targets are Old Ben and Captain Han Solo, as they cannot be revived by Mon Mothma. So we'll see where we get there and how long this loop is going to last. So very tempting here to use the AoE, obviously not going to do it. And I'll just let Old Ben do his thing initially, because my GBA is still fine here. Ability block him, hopefully. There we go. Alright, call GB spy here, sorry. Okay, now I'll do the heal. Basically use it every chance I get. That's one man down, that won't be coming back. And hopefully Old Ben follows soon, and then we basically get into the 5v3 scenario, where I should certainly have the upper hand. Tempting to start fishing for a kill here already. I'm stealthed anyway. Yeah, got it. Let's focus on Old Ben for a bit, because Biggs will be brought back, I think. And next time he has his ability block available, I don't want him to use it. But I think I might have a good chance of beating them before Biggs comes back. So let's see how that works. Just need the one special. And it's done. I can try to recover my protection, but it's going to be a very long process. And I don't think I need to. He has a much tougher defense to kill than I am killing. So I'm not foreseeing this being a banner match, essentially. If you can turn it into one, then by all means. He does have 4 Galactic Legends, but he does not have an answer to Darth Revan. So that's gonna have to be his GL kill as well. And even in the event that it's not, he would have to use Watt there. And then he cannot use one of his Galactic Legends with Watt, more specifically SEE. So he's gonna have to bleed a lot there. So no matter how you twist or turn this, he's gonna have to drop a bunch of banners somewhere. So I'm pretty okay with that. Now the next one I want to take out is the new team, so that's where I was thinking of using my bounty hunters to try to this time actually get some feed kills. Yeah, I figured I'd just put Bosk in the lead here, get the protection regeneration, and hopefully this time they do their job. It's a lot of tankiness on their side, but not as much as recovery. So I want to see if I can just pick off Leia first, or she's gonna be unreachable for almost the entire fight. And the answer is no. It's pretty much the only one who can now do some stuff to her is gonna be Dengar. But I guess after Dengar's stealth, actually Leia won't be in stealth, just behind 2 tanks. So my main goal should really be, can I reach my contract soon so that I can pick off characters like Newt and Mission, and then we can deal with the tanks last and recover all the protection. So if possible, Django is the one who should be getting the kills here, so now I could immediately execute Newt, which is super tempting, but not a good idea, I think. Really need to try, well, there goes Leia, that's already 1 kill down. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tricky to make any progress on that feat here. And Newt just died from the bombs as well before Django could take a turn, so this is going absolutely nowhere. Again, I could pick Newt off, I'd rather not. But it looks like I'm gonna have to before I lose my Boba here. Yeah, I'm just gonna start playing it safe, I think. I don't want Zaalbar countering because then mission assist, so just L3 hitting me is probably best. But it looks almost certain I'm gonna drop him here, so... not a big fan there. Again, like all of this dumb shit for trying to get a feat, it enrages me. In the sense that I just don't like feats. Like you try so hard to get some stupid stuff done and then you drop battles like this as a result. It's a complete and utter waste of time. Just because someone at CG thinks it's funny to make people do this shit. And they were even talking about adding it to Territory Wars again, by the way, like, or like the community manager was advocating for it, and I'm like, dude, how about you try to run a Territory War sometime before you make a statement like that, because it's completely insane. It's so much garbage for planning, for trying to make everything work. It's already difficult enough as is. As much as people think it's fun, it all falls on the shoulders of a Territory War officer, and it's just a huge amount of work for, yeah, seeing something funny happen, seeing a change. I can imagine if you're not super serious about Territory Wars, it can be funny. But if you are, then it's not funny at all, I can assure you. So we gotta get that contract off here. Boba just also kinda evaporated. Not a huge fan of that. See if we can get some progress on mission. Well, that's 100% progress on her. Just need to get the one hit on... Yeah, I should have probably, again, like, similar mistake to what I made last time. Need to really just gun for the contract first. And anything else in terms of feed kills, that's secondary and should happen after. So that's kind of my main mistake. Because it would have prevented this scenario. Now L3 is probably gonna blow herself up, or... Nice, I got a kill. I think I managed to get 3 out of this fight and dropped 3 banners as a price for it. Maybe Zaalbar can be a 4th, but... Tankar got the kill, of course. Sneaky little dude in the back under stealth. That's the definition of a kill stealer right there. And fight the Hux team first with my personal botched Padme team. So since there is no Kylo Ren unmasked, there's nobody to withstand the courage damage, so I can just kind of mow them down with these. I am going to drop banners. That's completely expected. Because maintaining your protection with this stuff is just super hard. So yeah, I'll just start with this one. And I've still got protection, so that's good. Could have maybe waited until the taunt there, because now I'll have to kill Fost first. And the Dispel came at the worst possible time, just before my turns there. That's gonna make this fight last a lot longer, and potentially make me drop some banners. I don't really want to trigger too many counters here. I'll save the kick for the next stun. I need to do that. Confidence in his counter is also not extremely high. Because obviously we're working with a pretty crippled team here. I'm not going to heal Surgeons for now. There we go, beautiful. Don't even need to use the kick. I can use it, but I think it's better to save it for every opportunity I have. Like now this got cleansed, there's absolutely no point in making my life more difficult. Every chance I have, go for this dude. Ah, again, the perfectly timed, so annoying. I knew he could withstand that one at least. I won't risk this, I'm gonna take him out. I could have also gone for Hux, but I don't really want to trigger him again. So no chance for him to counter now. So yeah, dropped a bit more than I thought I was going to, but good learning experience because I wasn't quite sure what to expect of this team. Now my Surgeon doesn't have the worst mods. So I've got to say I'm a little bit surprised that him being the one to go down so easily. Would have been nice to heal Isla to full, because this is going to be like 53 still, okay. I guess Barris had full protection then. Okay, nice. Thought it was going to be a 52 there. Okay, against Geos I was actually thinking of using Grievous Newt. And then the Padme team, this is where I'll use my EP Vader. So let's see, no tank on their end. So EP, Vader, Thrawn, can throw in Traya and Tarkin, I guess. Just go with a full team, not really any reason to try and undersize this. I just have to be careful that I don't drop anyone under the max protection. That's the main risk here. So who's the weakest? It's probably going to be Sergeant. Maybe Isla, but let's assume it's Sergeant. Okay, that's okay progress. That's bad. Kind of thinking if I want to risk a Saber Throw. Just for the big damage. But I don't know if it actually does any more damage at all. No, I'll just basic. Which of course gets resisted. I'll aim for Fracture here. Isolate Anakin for safety reasons. And take him out. Then let's mitigate any potential incoming damage. I feel like every team member is pulling their weight here, which is great to see. Pick off Barris, pick off Isla. Oh, come on. I hope that still counts as full, but I think Thrawn, yeah, he has a swap coming up. Okay, nice. So never thought I was gonna do this one. That's should be interesting. Weapon tech on Grievous. And let's see what we get here. Could have gone for the stun on GBA there, but this with what in there pushes back the turn meter. So now I can land the stun. And I think I might be landing a kill very soon here. And it might really just be Magna who loses a bit of protection. I put that on B2, but it should have been Magna actually. Sun Fact kill to avoid counters. Should be a 60. 59, okay. I don't know who lost their protection in the end there. But I'm happy with that. Unless Gideon's Demoralize is going to work wonders, but I think the Exposed Train will just eat me alive. I'll probably link Resistance Hero Finn and BB-8 just purely for his speed. I don't really care about Poe that much, or Vegeta training. Now what I could do here is reset the cooldowns, but or reset the turn meter. I mean, it's not gonna help me a ton to try to get some good ultimate building, but I'll still do it, just see if I can maybe pick off Poe. Save that, maybe. There we go. So that's one character down. Daze him a bit. Heck, who knows, maybe I should have brought a fifth. I can actually kill this team before they get too many kills. But I'm talking too soon, I know for sure. I'm gonna get hammered here. Let's just armor shred. It's the only thing that's really gonna last here. Okay, see if I can keep these other two alive. But I suspect Bo is the next to go. You would think they would, the AI would go after Gideon next, but it's not smart enough. So now I've got the AoE Daze move ready. And my ultimate ready. So I'll just go in. Like, I can try to save the protection banner by staying out, but maybe I can save my teammates by not stalling this fight too much longer. So two of these are gonna get dodged. The ability blocks are pretty annoying. I don't think Gideon's gonna make it here. Okay, spoke a bit too soon. Perfect, cleared and killed. With full protection on SEE, so still a 54, that's really not too bad considering how much collateral damage I had to bring there. So let's make sure we actually did it. Man, content creators always say we, but I guess you're referring to their chat helping them or something. Which I do not have, I just have you guys in the comments, which I do appreciate. So the Maul team then, this is actually one I was pretty interested in with First Order. See if this can be somewhat clean, because I set a similar team myself and I'm just kind of wondering what are some affordable counter options that can do a pretty good job without dropping a ton of banners. So let's see how this one goes. They don't mind the debuffs as much. Congrats Dooku on re-stealthing everyone who was already stealthed. You have done a phenomenal job. Probably want to stun Wampa or Nest. And I'm thinking Nest, I did not actually check her tenacity. But I figured it was worth a shot. Let's do this and call Kylo Ren a mast. Okay, nice. Prevent that Daze coming through in a minute. Thank you for the debuffs. So yeah, you see Wampa is not like, it's probably the second best option after Nest. Maybe there are some others I'm overlooking, but not exactly amazing. Maul's Daze is also annoying, but it'll wear off pretty soon. It's already gone on two characters here, so I'm gonna AoE. Probably get Dooku on my neck as expected, but that's fine. So tenacity down, but I'm not landing defense down. Do I need advantage for that one? I guess so. Currently not remembering that. Now one good hit from Fox here, that should be it. Ah, come on, so close. Not a problem though, I'll get him. Her. Let's do this, make sure I keep up the taunt. Yeah, so far it's looking doable to keep at least some of them at full protection. The healing immunity is pretty annoying. That's from Sidious. So I've got to get rid of him, for sure. Alright, let's chop him down. I hope it hits. Damn it. That would have helped a lot. Exposes definitely affect the team a fair bit, other than the Kylos. Let's just stick with this guy for now. Speed myself up. Kylo Ren's not good enough to take out Sidious for sure. Okay, got a stun there, that's what I was hoping. Finally. Like, the evasion chance is not super high, except then it's actually extremely high in practice. I'm just gonna go for a basic to retaunt. So let's see if we can get this guy first. Because there's not gonna be any protection recovery and I just don't want him to start taking people under max health. See if I can max Kylo at least. And of course when you don't want to hit, that's when you hit. That's how these go. So there's lots of 55s in here on the defense and that's his intention. Someone goes heavy against him, but they're all wins. And he'll have to match that. So he went lighter on fleets, okay. That's surprising. He usually almost always sets his negotiator on defense. Huh. I didn't see that coming. I mean, I don't mind, because I've got my negotiator and then more good fleets to deal with this, but that's a bit surprising to be honest. Though it has been a while since I did one of these, I think. So ideal scenario is to hit, I think Sith Bomber first because I still go before him, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, I guess not. And then I am forced to go for him. So actually it wasn't. It's better to go for TIE Bomber first. But now he gets his taunt up. Only want to dispel this guy. So that I can hit both of these. Then call him Plo... No? No Plo yet, okay. Can't say I was expecting him to go before me there. We make this one taunt for sure. Kill that one. And just before my last hit, he gets to save himself. Okay, I'm glad that was the heal and not the AoE, because that would have cost me even more banners. Hopefully end with this and heal someone up slightly, like 5s. Nah, 63, that's okay. Could be better. So against the Finalizer, I'll use my Radas. Not the most amazing matchup, but should be able to get some good stuff done. Put in Xanadu Blood, Raze, Falcon, and I guess Ebon Hawk. I just want to go with enough fleets. Put the pressure on this guy to be efficient, so that he's going to go short on teams, and then that will only help me, as it increases the chances he's going to fail somewhere. Okay, so he does go for Houndstooth. That's a bit annoying. Let's see, we want to go for the big guy first. Also ability block on Houndstooth, that's pretty annoying there. I'm gonna cleanse that. Or it doesn't actually cleanse. I thought that ability involved the cleanse as well, but it does not. Okay. Could have also gone for Ray there, but I think this is nicer. Pick off Shuttle immediately, whereas with Ray you're first gonna go into her special mode, whatever that's called. Oh. Yeah, he's dead. He kind of flew backwards there. Game over. And only now get the taunt off, so yeah, this is gonna bleed more than I would have liked to see. Could have also potentially considered a daze on him first, so that he couldn't pass any turns. But, yeah, Kylo Unmasked is still the one I don't want to see called for any kind of assists. So I'm good health and protection on most, but it's still a 61, so I would say he has a decent chance of beating me on fleets. But it would really only be fleets there. So relatively lower banners for me. And I'll just show you what he did after this round has concluded. Probably during defense phase of the next one, because I'm going to be pretty busy for the rest of the day. I won't really have time to revisit this. So good luck to him, and let's see the outcome. As you can see, he did not clear. And he actually didn't even try to attack these teams in the back. Obviously took out that weak Karth team. But I think he really got quite surprised by what I said, because in the front I think he spent all of his Galactic Legends. He took 2 attempts on Rey, and I think after the first one only L3 was dead or something like that. And then up top here he took out everything in one go, and the same with the fleets, but just fell very much short in the front, or rather in the back, by using so much in the front. Now even if he would have one-shot Rey, he would have still had nothing against Darth Revan, which was my expectation. So he would have definitely had to drop at least a battle if he was even able to take it down. And that didn't happen, so pretty comfortable win for me. And yeah, that's it. It was could have been a more interesting round, and I hope he learned a lesson that always going super offense heavy is not always the way to go. So maybe we can get a rematch in the future and he'll change it up a bit. I hope so and look forward to that.